Have you ever wondered why you make the decisions that you do? Keep watching to discover whether you have a fixed mindset or a growth mindset and how it can be dramatically impacting your life, not always in a good way. There are two different types of mindsets. You can actually choose to adopt and embrace. One mindset takes problems and challenges and sees them as opportunities to learn, to grow, and the other one avoids them out of fear of failure. So a growth mindset means that you believe that your intelligence and your talents can be developed over time. A fixed mindset means that you believe intelligence is fixed, and if you're not good now, you never will be. You'll never be good at something because you weren't born with that gift. It is very possible to switch between them in different circumstances. It's also possible to say, I'm going to have a growth mindset all the time. So let me give you examples of both ways to recognize when you're in a fixed mindset and how to turn it into a growth mindset opportunity. I've been a therapist my entire adult life. I developed our TT Rapid Transformational Therapy. And I see clients come in with a fixed mindset. It never works out. It always goes wrong. Things never work for me. And I say, never. I always get ghosted. I can never keep a job for more than 6 months. I always mess things up. And just having a look at is that true? My husband always forgets my birthday. My wife is always late. And actually, when you use the word always, never, can't, doesn't work out, always goes wrong, everything I touch falls apart, I'm no good with people, I fall apart under pressure, I can't be the focus of attention. That is a fixed thought. It's not a fleeting belief. A fleeting thought can be changed. A fixed thought, nothing ever works out. It's all going downhill. Even that belief, your school days are the best days of your life, which isn't true. How could it be true that the first bit is the best bit, then it all goes downhill? Everything ends in tears. Flying is hell. Traveling is a nightmare. The line in the store is torture. The commute is driving me insane. My kids are the bane of my life. See, these are not fleeting thoughts. They're fixed beliefs because you repeat them over and over again until you say them so much they feel true and then they become true. What's the opposite of a fixed mindset? This will never work. We're late, it's all ruined. Everything's going to be ruined now because we missed the train, we hit traffic, I forgot to add that piece to my proposal, it's all ruined. Fixed. A growth is, I did forget to add that piece, but I can bring it up. I can make a call, I can send an email. We missed the train, that's unfortunate. There will be another one. This traffic is hell. I have a phone, I can ring someone and say, hey, I'm so sorry, I'm in traffic, huge apologies. Most people say, I understand, it's okay. Get here when you can. Look at the weather. It's ruined our barbecue, ruined our picnic. Maybe, but you could probably take that indoors and have a great time. I've had some of my best times in bad weather, in the rain, in the snow. I prefer it to be sunny, but a growth mindset looks for growth. What can I do about this? How can I fix this? How can I change it? When I bought my apartment in London, my builder promised to be ready in April. Wasn't ready in April. Would be ready in May. No, wasn't ready in May. The day I was moving in, he called me and said, well, the scaffolding is inside the house. You can put all your furniture there. It's fine. I'm not putting my furniture in your house full of scaffolding. I sent it into storage. Went to a hotel. I was working in Croatia. It'll all be ready when you come back. On the plane to come, it's all ready. There's just one tiny problem. What's that? No water, no electricity. Other than that, it's great. I'm like, I can't move back into a hotel. And I said to my husband, I want to move in. Let's just move in. We rented a blow-up bed. We had cardboard boxes for furniture. We were so happy. It was actually great fun. We had nothing. Didn't have to do any laundry. Didn't have any cups, but we had a blow-up bed. Some boxes for side tables. We ate out. It was lovely sunny weather. When I think back to that time, I didn't have any pillows. My husband had one pillow. I used a rolled up coat. And yet I was really happy. Having nothing, it was an adventure. I could enjoy it because it wasn't forever. But it was actually fun. We had friends over. They thought it was fun. I think we had 2 towels between us. But it was fun because I was thinking, oh, soon I'll have my bed. And then when I got my phone, I was like, oh my God, I got a bed. I got towels. I've got laundry. I can actually walk around the floor. It isn't covered in nails. So the growth mindset is, this is actually fun. This is actually enjoyable. This is actually okay. And a fixed mindset is, this is hell. You always want to have a growth mindset. A growth mindset is developed when you say, what's good about this? One day we'll look back and laugh about this. One day we'll look back and say, hey, that was actually fun. You know, we built that house together when we went to car boot sales and had no money for furniture, but it was fun. When we didn't have something, I was listening to Carol Decker from a rock band called Tatler saying that when she first was with her husband, they had sleeping bags. And they got them to watch TV, and they had a little heater. They took it from room to room, and her mother would come and visit and cry, going, how can you look? They said, Mum, we're really happy. We're in love. We're so happy. And she said, now with all the money I have, I remember that happiness of our house was so cold, but we had each other to keep each other warm. So don't get into that fix. This will never change. It will always be like this. It will never work out. There's nothing I can do about it. When you can't change anything, you can still change your thoughts. When you're sitting on a flight for 3 hours, when your flight is cancelled, when everything goes wrong, you can change your thoughts. I was in Ibiza last year doing an amazing retreat at this incredible place. It was so wonderful. I kept saying, I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave. And I went to the airport. My flight was cancelled again. I was going to Germany. And I had on flip-flops and shorts, but I had all my colder clothes in my suitcase, which I checked in. So all my luggage went, and my husband ended up in Holland in the rain at midnight, standing in the rain with flip-flops and shorts, trying to find a hotel to pick up a flight the next day that would take us to Berlin, because I had a course in Berlin. I had to be there. And in fact, I got there at 10 a.m. I think we had to get up at 4:30. But looking back, it was an adventure. It was fun. We had each other. We laughed about it. We laughed about the horrible restaurant, the fact that we had not even a toothbrush or a toothpaste with us. But we got to Berlin the next day. We went from being in this amazing, super luxurious place in Ibiza to being in this weird hotel at the airport in Amsterdam with nothing, to being in Berlin. It was really cold. But my growth mindset, this is fun. I'm enjoying this. I enjoyed all of it. A fixed mindset is, well, that's ruined everything. It's ruined the memories of Ibiza. It's going to ruin the school in Berlin. The school in Berlin was amazing, one of the best ones with the best crowd we ever taught. So a growth mindset helps you think, well, this is okay. I can deal with it. You're never given something you can't handle. It's a challenge. It's a situation, but it's okay. And a fixed mindset is, it's not okay. It's terrible. So if you would like to understand how RTT can take you from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset, something all geniuses, all millionaires have, all successors will have a growth mindset. You can't run a business. You can't have phenomenal success with a fixed mindset. You can't be an Olympic athlete with a fixed mindset. If you want to have the mindset of a winner, so if you think you have a fixed mindset that's keeping you stuck, and if you'd like some help with having a growth mindset that moves you into expansion, you don't want to be retracting, you want to be expanding. If you want help dealing with any other blockers in your life, then click below to connect with one of my trusted, amazing RTT therapists who are super skilled, super qualified, and will help you super fast. Check out my next video here.